Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Patience. So today we are going to be making this beautiful long sleeve overlap pleated waist maxi dress. So before we get started, kindly click the subscribe button. If you have done that, let's get into it. So I'll be using these fabrics for this tutorial. This is a Duchess fabric and it is 5 yards, and this is a Korean velvet and it is 1.5 yards. So I'll be drafting the upper part of the dress on this pattern paper. So this is my shoulder line and I'll mark half of my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches. I'll add ½ inch for sewing allowance, that is 8.5 inches. So I'll come down by 1 inch and slant my shoulder. So after doing that, I'll mark half of my armhole measurement, which is 8 inches. And then I'll mark my shoulder to bust measurement, which is 10.5 inches. And then I'll also mark my shoulder to waist measurement, which is 17 inches. But I'll be adding ½ inch for sewing allowance, that is 17.5 inches. So this is my shoulder line, chest line, bust line, and waist line. So I'll bring down this 8.5 inches on the chest line, connect the points. And then I'll mark half of the line, which is 4 inches. So for the front armhole, for the back armhole, I'll come in by ½ inch, and for the front armhole, I'll come in by 3/4 inch. And then I'll create my armhole. So the next thing I'm going to do is to mark my bust span measurement, which is the distance from one nipple to another. Mine is 4 inches, so I'll add ½ inch for sewing allowance, that's 4.5 inches on the bust line and the waist line. So from the bust line, I'll come down by 1 inch. So from the 1 inch, I'll make sure it is at 4.5 inches. So connect it this way. And I'll be using 1 inch for my dart. So I'll mark ½ inch on both sides and create my dart. So after doing that, I'll mark my circumference measurement. My bust circumference is 41 divided by 4 is 10.5 inches. So I'll add 1 inch for side seam allowance. And my waist measurement is 36 inches divided by 4, that is 9 inches, plus 1 inch for dart, that is 10 inches, plus 1 inch for side seam allowance. So I'll be using 4.5 inches for the width of the neck, and for the depth of the neck, I'll be using 3 inches. And then I'll mark ½ inch on the shoulder measurement for sewing allowance. So I'll be cutting the front and the back piece together. So I placed another pattern for the back piece this way. So I'll pin it down and cut out the back armhole first. After cutting the back, I'll cut out the front armhole. So I have my back and my front and my back piece ready. So, and I've gone ahead to mark the dart, as you can see. And I'll do the same thing on my fabric. So for the front piece, I'm going to make an overlap. So to do that, I'm going to place my measuring tape this way. That is from the 3 inches I marked earlier for the neck depth. So I'll determine how deep I want the neck. I'll be using 8.5 inches. So I marked the 8.5 inches on the midpoint of the neck. So I can choose where I want my overlap, either this way or the other way. So what I'm going to do is from the waist, I'll come up by 1 inches, and from the width of the neck, I'll make a curve to this 8.5 inches and to this 1 inch. So I'll make a curve this way, and then I'll cut it out. So I'll cancel this dart. It is going to be on the other piece. So if I'm cutting this on my fabric, I'll make sure wrong sides are together before I cut it. So this is how it is going to come out. I've gone ahead to mark the dart on the other piece. So as you can see, the dart is replaced. So my patterns are ready, and I'm going to cut this out on my fabric. So I'll be adding a zip to this dress. So I'll be leaving zipper allowance of 1 inch on the back piece. So I've done that, and as you can see, I left 1 inch for zipper allowance on the back piece. So remember, I used my bust span measurement on the pattern paper, which is 4.5 inches, but I used 5.5 inches on the fabric because I don't want the dart to be too close to the zip. So that is it. Now, in order to avoid zip bulge, I'm going to come in by 1/2 inch this way, and I'll make a slant line to the edge of the neck for my zipper tightening. So I'll cut this out, and I'm still going to mark my 1 inch for zipper allowance. And I also cut out a facing for the neck. So I'm just going to pin it down, and I'll sew by 1/4 inch, and I'll take in my dart. So this is the front piece. I've also cut it out on my fabric, and I also marked the dart. So I'll be taking in the dart. And I also cut out a facing for the front piece. So I'm going to pin it down, and I'll sew by 1/4 inch. So I've done that. So for the back piece, I left 1 inch on this part that is close to the zip. So I'm going to attach my zip before I finish up the neckline. So this is the front piece, and what I'm going to do is I'll iron a hairstay on the facing. So this is my waist measurement plus the 2 inch for side seam allowance. So I'll make sure I overlap it this way, and I am going to pin it down. After doing that, I'll sew on 1/2 inch just to secure the overlap. So for the lower part of the dress, I divided the 5 yards into 2, one for the back piece and the other for the front piece. So for the back piece, I am going to divide it into 2 because of the zipper allowance, and the front piece is going to have a slit, so I'm going to cut out about 30 inches out of the 2.5 yards. So the length of the lower part is 50 inches, so I added 2 inch for hemming allowance. So now I am going to mark the 30 inches, and I will cut it out for the slit. So the total gown length is going to be 67 inches. So I've done that, and this is the back piece. Divided it into 2 because of the zipper allowance, and the front piece I have cut out the 10 inches for the slit. So the next thing I'm going to do is on the front piece from the dart here, I am going to mark 2.5 inches. This is because I want my slit to overlap. So I'm going to pleat the 30 inches I cut out from the 2.5 yards, and I'm going to pleat it from this 2.5 inches to the side seam. Remember, I'm still going to mark my 1 inch for side seam allowance. Also, I'm going to mark out 2.5 inches from this dart this way. So I'm going to pleat the remaining fabric from this point down to the 2.5 inches. So I'll pleat the 60 yards from the side to these 2.5 inches, and I'll pleat the 30 yards from the side to these 2.5 inches. So for the back piece, I am going to pleat separately on each piece. So remember, this is my 1 inch for zipper allowance and also 1 inch for side seam allowance. So the next thing I'm going to do is to make my pleats. So you can do it however you want. Now I'm going to mark 1 inch for side seam allowance, and I'm going to mark 1 inch or 1.5 inch for hemming allowance because of the slit. So I want my pleat to be equal. So from this 1 inch, I'm going to mark 4 inches. And from the 4 inches, I'm going to mark 2 inches. So from the 2 inches, I'm going to mark 4 inches again, and I will mark 2 inches. So I'll keep marking the 4 inches and 2 inches all through for the pleat to be equal. So after doing that, I am going to pleat it this way. From those 4 inches, I'll fold it this way, and when I fold it, I will make sure the folded edge is on the 2 inches. As you can see. So I'm going to pin it down, and I'll do the same thing, fold it this way, and I'll make sure it is at the 2 inches. So that is how I am going to make my pleats. So remember, I am going to hem this edge for the slit. So that is it. So after doing that, I'll ensure it is up to 9 inches for the first overlap on the front piece. So if there's any excess, I'll cut it out. So this is the 9 inches. Now I'm going to place good sides together this way. And remember, I am going to hem the slit area. So I'm going to align it this way. And I'll make sure this hemmed area is going to be on the 2.5 inches I marked earlier. So before doing that, I'll make sure I stitch on 1/2 inch to secure the pleats. So I am also going to pleat the other front piece and also the back piece the same way. So I've done that, I've secured the pleat, and I've also hemmed the slit area, as you can see. So this is it, and this is how it is going to overlap as the front piece in order for the slit to show. So the next thing I'm going to do is to attach the lower part. So I'm going to place good sides this way, and remember this is 9 inches. So I'm going to make sure it is on. I'm going to make sure they are aligned, sorry. So the other part of the front piece is going to be on 16.5 inches. That's the other 2.5 inches I marked earlier. So I'm going to align it this way and also pin it down. So this is how it is going to come out. So I'll go and sew on 1/2 inch, and I'll come back and show you. So I am also going to do the same thing on the back piece. I'll place good sides this way, pin it down, and I'll also sew on 1/2 inch. So I've done that. This is the front piece. I've attached the upper part and the lower part. So this is the slit. As you can see, and also on the back piece, I've also joined the lower part and the upper part together. So now I am going to place good sides together this way, and I will join the shoulder. So I'll fold them this way, and I'll make sure the facing are together. So I'll pin it down. I'll make sure I align it. I'll pin it down. Do the same thing on the other shoulder, and I'll sew by 1/2 inch. So after doing that, I'll also join the side seam. So I'll ensure this waist area is aligned, and I'll sew the 1 inch down to the hemline, and I'll also hem the lower part with the 2 inch for hemming allowance. So I've done that, and I ensure the waist are aligned, as you can see, and the shoulder came out really neat. So on the back, I marked where I want my zip to stop. That is on 21 inches, and I sew on the 1 inch for zipper allowance down to the hemline, and I also hemmed the lower part with the 2 inches. Now I'm going to attach my zip. So I'm going to place good side of the zip on good side of the fabric on the 1 inch for zipper allowance, and I'll pin it down. I'll do the same thing on the other side. So when I'm attaching my zip, I'll ensure these parts are aligned, and after attaching the zip, I'm going to finish up the neckline, and I'll cut out the excess zip, and I'll sew close to the zipper teeth down to the facing. So I'll do the same thing on the other side. So I've gone ahead to cut out my sleeve. So I have a video on how to draft a basic sleeve. I'll put the link on the description box below. You can check that out. So the length of the sleeve is 22 inches. I'll use 2 inches to hem the lower part, and I'll sew the side seam allowance and attach my sleeve. So I decided to make like a curve on the sleeve. So I cut out the hemming allowance, and I used the round wrist to cut this out, and I added 1/2 inch for sewing allowance. So I sewed on the 1/2 inch. So the length is 5 inches. So I folded it this way so that it can be 2.5 inches, and I used 1/2 inch to join to the sleeve. So what I did was I tucked it in this way, and I stitched on the 1/2 inch. So I ensure I serged all through the stitched area. So this is how neat and beautiful it came out. So guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? If this was helpful in any way, kindly give this video a thumbs up, and also click on the subscribe button, and also turn on the notification bell to be updated when I upload a new video. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.